they are not playing for the first time, Orlando Pirates and Al Ahly, because I remember in the previous editions of the CAF Confederations Cup, Orlando Pirates did play, if I'm not mistaken, Al Ahly Tripoli, or another South African team played against the Al Ahly Tripoli. It will be a game that Orlando Pirates must at least get an away goal from. It will play at 6 p.m. On Sunday. We'll be here again at 6 p.m. on Sunday, and then at 5:30, obviously, we'll also have the Guard of Honor match between Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs. But the topic of the day today on the show, we're asking you who will join Mamelodi Sundowns in the CAF Champions League next season. Remember, if you are number one, like Mamelodi Sundowns are in South Africa, you then qualify for next season's CAF Champions League, and then after that, the second place team qualifies as well. There's Royal AM, number 2 on 45 points, 27 games. Everyone has played 27 games. Cape Town City have played 27 games as well. They are on 45 points. So Royal AM 45, Cape Town City 45, and then Kaizer Chiefs 42, and then Orlando Pirates 40, Stellenbosch 40. So it is a race to that second spot position. That's why we're asking you that question on the voice notes, which will play in a moment. And also, what do you think of Dumisani Zuma's future? Because on Tuesday, he was suspended by Kaizer Chiefs. They're saying that on Saturday, he scored a goal against Cape Town City, and on Sunday, or the very next day, he was expected in training. He did not come in a very good state. So he's been suspended for the second time in a very short period of time. We'll play your voice notes now. When we come back, we'll talk about all those topics and so much more.
MassivMetro.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. For me, it's very difficult. It's difficult to predict because if you check, especially Real AM, their next 3 games will be very difficult. So, and they've been occupied that second spot for a while now. So you would expect them to get that second spot, but then it's going to be difficult. But again, we are talking about the DStv Premiership, of which, if you talk about consistency, it's not there. So all these teams are not consistent. For instance, Royal LMS, their last 3 games, they did not get a win. So again, if you look at Kaizer Chiefs, they are very inconsistent. Or maybe you'd say their last game maybe will give them a boost because it was a win, but then they are facing Sundowns now in their next game. Are they going to get a result out of that? Maybe a draw will be the best result. But what will happen to when they face the other opponents like Swallows who are fighting relegation? So it's difficult. It's difficult to predict. But then I'd give it to Cape Town City to take that second spot and join Mamelodi Sundowns in the CAF Champions League competition next season. But it's very difficult to predict because we're talking about South African football here. But again, when you talk of Zuma issue, it's very difficult. I think he is kissing his Kaizer Chiefs career goodbye now. You can't be suspended twice and then you survive the chop. I think you'll be chopped.
It's time to feel the quality, the control, the variety, to feel Africa. It's time to go premium free. 25 channels, everything from comedy, lifestyle, reality, sport, kids and blockbusters, with access to 200 more. Free forever. No cost, no subscription. Take the next step. Tune in and just watch. It's that easy. Start watching premium free today. Why pay? Just watch.
Nkululeko, my brother, unjani? No, brother. Andiyiboni i-Chiefs ne-Pirates ijoin Sundowns kwi-race ye-CAF Champions League. Showcase phakathi kwe-Cape Town City ne-Royal AM, yabo. So yeah, obvious.
Sinibingelele nonke kwidiski. i-Kaizer Chiefs yona ezoya Africa ezolala endawo yesibili.
Molweni Nkululeko Junior Khanye Tso Vilakazi. I-team ezawujoyina i-Sundowns ku-CAF kule season izayo. Ndisabona i-Royal AM indlela edlala ngayo without uluzi lo ithe yamfumana apha impelaveki. Ndiyibona iyo i-team ezojoyina. Hayi ezaseSoweto zona i-Pirates and i-Kaizer Chiefs mazilwele uhlala kwi-top 8 okanye i-top 4. Kuzawuba nzima kuzo, andiziboni zona ziyithatha indawo kwi-top 8. Indaba ekaDumisani Zuma Nkululeko inzima mhlekazi wam. UDumisani Zuma unida umntu oza kumbonisa ngolife. Nokokuba ke kuthiwa une-attitude yoba efuna utshiya i-team, but akuyo ndlela yokwenza izinto olu hlobo aqhuba ngalo. Usenda i-image embi nakwelo qela lizawube limsayina.
All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for those voice notes. Welcome back to Massive 11. It's now 5:22, 22 minutes or 23 minutes past the hour, 5 o'clock. Right, on Tuesday, every Tuesday, we have a newspaper. It's called Itiski Times. You can get it for free in Gauteng. Just go to a shop right over the counter next to their stalls where they sell newspapers. You literally just get yourself a copy of the newspaper. On the cover, we have, of course, a congratulatory message to Mamelodi Sundowns for winning the DSTV Premiership. We also have on the cover Junior Khanye, Jomo Sono, and Kaiser Mutawung as well. On the first page, we have Tso Vilakazi, who was talking about Orlando Pirates and their problems with strikers now. Pretty much it's a feature about Itiski TV. Whatever you may have missed online about Itiski TV, you'll get it on the first page. Sometimes we'll find Junior, sometimes we'll find myself, sometimes we'll find Tso Vilakazi and the rest of the crew here at Itiski as well. Rob Delport, who works for a lot of organizations, including ours. He was working on FIFA. He was also working on Football Manager. He had an interview with Jomo Sono, just chronicling his story about him being a giant that has fallen. That's some of the stories that you will find there. And of course, Lawrence Koller, one of the biggest individuals on social media, who's our journalist. Lawrence Koller is looking at the options for Amazulu, the coaching options as well. And of course, as we mentioned earlier on in the show, there's a big interview that's being done with Junior Khanye and David Capel, who interestingly is from Germany, came to South Africa to watch the FIFA World Cup. He never wanted to leave the taste of South African women, so he got married to a Xhosa woman and is now a South African. Shout out to David Capel. He's a colleague of mine. We worked together at Sokala Duma as well, myself and Jason, before we started the Itiski Times newspaper. There's also an interview with Roger Disa, who was a coach assistant coach to Carlos Queiroz with Egypt. There's so many more things there. We have a good deal with ShopRite. You get yourself a free copy of the paper within the Gauteng province, and then every Friday you get then online on itiskitimes.co.za, you get yourself a free copy that is easily accessible. You can download it on your phone for free as well. One of the best journalists that we have Velile Mnyandu, Litabo Khanyago, we have Ukums Kumalo, we have Zanle Shabalala, so many dope people that are working on the paper. Farhan Mangera is our designer. Thank you so much for that. And that's that when it comes to the paper. Gentlemen, who is joining Mamelodi Sundowns in the second position for the CAF Champions League spot? At the moment, we have Royal AM and Cape Town City on 45 points. Not too far away is Kaizer Chiefs on 42 points. And then Orlando Pirates mathematically are still in it, and Stellenbosch are also mathematically in it. Amazulu, interestingly, you could even count them as still being in it because there's 9 points remaining. They can get up to 48 points if all the other results, of course, go for them. Let's start with you. So, what do you make of that title race? That CAF Champions League spot. What do you think? What do you fancy in that race as we have 3 matches left in the DSTV Premiership?
Mr. Nkeu, it's tight, man. It's very tight because when you're looking at Eric, he's there with the Royal AM, and Royal AM, they've been sitting there quite some time, and as they're sitting there, you know, they're winning. That's why they're sitting there. It's very tight between the Cape Town City and the Royal AM, and in those two games, because I don't Chiefs
They are 3 points away, Chiefs. Just keep that in mind.
2 or 3.
But 3 points away.
But now, remember,
Like the one of the voice notes, one of our fans was saying they are inconsistent, and that is true.
Yes, that's the problem. So that's why it's so difficult for me to talk about them, because if you can check, they've lost 3 games in a row and they just won 1 last weekend. And they it's not a team that really you can say they can go to number 2. I want to see. I gotta give it to Royal. So far they've been consistent in terms of winning, and yes, Eric has got a good team, but I'm not sure Eric can they win and be a second on the log. But what I can be sure about is Ucho Matuka is there, and I'm definitely sure that he will try and really keep the spot.
Interestingly, the last time Eric Tinkler lost a football match was on the 2nd of January last year. He lost it, 2nd of December last year. He lost it against the Royal Gwinnett Bank Cup. Ever since December last year, he's drawn, won, drawn, won, drawn. Unbeaten in around 10 matches with Tinkler, and he's played Sundowns, he's played Pirates, he's played Chiefs, and he didn't lose any of those games. What do you think, Mr. Khanye, was joining Mamelodi Sundowns in CAF next year?
Not easy. Inzimanyana Nkululeko, but true. If you can be honest, Kaizer Chiefs can surprise people. They try to go number 2, but the thing is inconsistency. Izohlala iphinde ibuyele back even go 4 or even 5, because truly speaking, bawina. And then they lost mhlambe 2 in a row, draw again. And look at the opponent abakiwo. Sundowns manje basazofisa lose ku relegation. Very tough, it's easy. Royal Utso is making another good statement now. Those players, they understand that, coach. Most of them babuya ku Celtics Nkululeko Nkeu ngisho nje. They've got experienced players abanjengobo Ndumiso, Letswalo.
Yeah.
Nalo mfana uPotsana ungaqabanga ukuthi umfana sekamdalanyana umfana.
Yeah, mdala Potsana is.
We need to be honest and realistic.
He's small.
Yeah, abana cemento, individually buyer, experience buyer. So hearing now with this season yophela, those players themselves without being coached, they'll maintain that. I can tell with the experience that they have. Kunabo Mashikinyi, if I'm not mistaken, there. Yeah. So mina Nkululeko njengoba ngisho ngithi kuwe, Royal M and Cape Town City. Those are the 2 teams. Uthinka mina njengoba ngisho, don't write him away. Don't write him off.
Yeah.
Thinka Nkululeko 1. Remember Makola, you was being suspended.
Just before you continue, I'm so sorry. I just need to give you guys this as well, just to help you maybe in your thought process. Utinkla kumele adlale ne-TS Galaxy this weekend kusasa, in the 3 matches that he has remaining. TS Galaxy kumele adlale namaZulu, kumele adlale ne-Stellenbosch. Those are his 3 matches. Now Royal AM kumele yona idlale ne-Golden Arrows, Mamelodi Sundowns. I don't know why they haven't put the 3rd match, but there's Mamelodi Sundowns and there's Arrows Royal AM. With Kaizer Chiefs, as we were talking about, we know obviously on Sunday there's Sundowns, Sikukune and Swallows. Which is 45 points, 42 points. I think those 3 clubs we can say which they are hot in that race.
We need to be honest, Royal watching the Medlane Sundowns kule cup he got a semi-final.
Yes, semi-final, yeah.
It was not easy for Sundowns. We need to be realistic. And
it took a mistake from the goalkeeper.
We understand. So mina bangayibambi draw, they can win 1. Bangawin amanye amagame oyi-2 and then babambi draw ne-Sundowns. Possible. Remember Sundowns, they're professional enough. They wouldn't like good baluse. But Sundowns, if you test them, if you can be honest, they've got quality players that can test Sundowns. And yenzekile manje ngale semi-final. Kuleko ezosho goalkeeper wenziplan. So kula ma-team amanye njengoba ngisho uThinkla mina kimi is capable to win even 2 games. Mhlambe lose draw 1. Capable naye. So between him and Royal M, mina ngibona kuyiba bazoma ne-Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs basesene inkinga manje baye ku-Sundowns.
Yeah, in the 3 matches kune-Sundowns ne-Swallows.
Yabo i-Swallows
2 of the 3 matches.
Yeah, isikhukhune I'm not too sure ngoba nabo
on and off
uzoba karapa nje wena ukuthi asibamakheni siba frustrate, but i-Swallows can give them challenge. Nyangayibukela i-Swallows and Sundowns even second leg, it was not easy for Sundowns. They won 4-2, but the game was not easy in Nkululeko. They came to Sundowns today, but bayayibona ukuthi they can go to relegation.
Did we not watch Sikukune and Sundowns Was it this week?
Yeah,
This week?
Sibugedile party.
What was I can't remember.
Tune in.
Tune in
Sundowns
Sundowns.
tune in.
Okay.
Isikhukhune they didn't play ngoba befacane nenkinga eSARS. Play with team that with a lot of quality. I'm not too sure playing against Chiefs or Pirates. Mabadlane Pirates, his game is more or less the same. Badlala ngokufana just equality individually Pirates winner. So iChiefs ayinayo mina to me equality win these 3 games ayinayo. Yes, I won bangayichayisa njengoba ngisho isikhukhune ngingibhekele ami.
Yeah, it's, I think even Nabo when they are planning, it's a fixture that if they look at these 3 matches, they could tick off as Uguti, it's a must win.
Yeah.
Not Uguti, we are going to lose the other ones, but they will look at Sikukune as a team that they should be able to win against.
Yeah, ngoba if our Uguti, I don't think Nabo bazovuma ukuthi badliwe isikhukhune everybody's good balaki ba win some couple of games. Ku first games labo first round, especially first 6 games. There's 10, let me say that. Baiba win about 4-5 games in a row and ibanqedile leyo nto. If now second round baqale kanje first round ngaba ku relegation zone now.
Absolutely. Yeah. There you go. That's 32 minutes past the hour, 5 o'clock. Junior Khanye, you've not given me who do you think is going to join the Sundowns?
Yeah, Cape Town City njoba ngisho nesikhukhune nelo iRoyal.
No, obviously you have to choose one. Who is going to be with the Sundowns?
Okay, mina ngithi ibhale phansi sengiyenza 99 manje ibhale phansi. Yeah, iRoyal is going. Kuleko simple. Royal is going. Yeah.
Now it's all good.
No. Yeah, Royal yes, they've been there.
Yeah, it's over.
And if you look at the fixture yabo, it still favor them because they play Cape Town City about Lions and Swallows that needs to run away from that relegation zone. So I see Royal AM they'll sit.
All right, that's Royal AM. That's an endorsement from both these gentlemen, former Orlando Pirates and former Kaizer Chiefs star players. They are endorsing Royal AM. I remember I watched them on Wednesday against Maritzburg United. They lost 1-0, which was very strange and bizarre. We'll talk about the Metaga Dumisani Zuma in a moment. First, though, we have to hear from you and your opinions about Dumisani Zuma and who do you think is going to be in the CAF Champions League with Mamelodi Sundowns.
Hi, this is Dr. Muruti, the super producer from Pretoria. You're listening to Massive Metro.
Hola, with Disc TV, hola. Junior Khanye no Tso Nkululeko, my brother, bafethu ni grand bafethu angikhuluma nosazi la emlazi la H Country eMchontoni. Ngithi mina bafethu isifiso sami ukuthi iCape Town City ne role emoyedwa wabo engathi naye ngahambe yozama ihlahla ethola experience yase Africa. Ileyo nto ngingumlandeli weKaizer, ileyo nto engiyifisayo ukubona because iChiefs nePirates ngibona ukuthi ba ready kuya eAfrica. Kuleka Dumisani Zuma bafethu what a talented, what a player, what a star. Bafethu lo mfana lo engathi bengamsiza eyeke lezi zinto zakhe kwazi ukubuya umdlali lo na futhi ama talent anjengala eSouth Africa ayadingeka. Siyamdinga kakhulu especially not weKaizer Chiefs kuphela. South Africa nje nawe national team ngenza enye into mangathiwa uthola ithuba ulungisa izinto zakhe. Ngiyabonga bafethu.
Nkululeko my brother kunjani? Mbulisi Tso. Mbulisi Junior Khanye lapha estudio niyaphila bafethu. Mina ngibona Kaizer Chiefs or Cape Town City bezoqoda ku number 2 kwilokho makuphela isizini because Royal AM sazodlala amagame anzima phone sazodlala neCape Town City game yokugcina idlala neSundowns. So iSundowns angeke idlale last game ithathe ileague ngelose izokwenza sure ukuthi iyawina. So lokho okuvulela neCape Town City. Kaizer Chiefs.
Good afternoon, Tso, Nkululeko and Junior. I hope you lads are doing all right and hope you guys had a good week. In regards to the Champions League, I really do think that Cape Town City will probably be the one that does qualify for it. I think they'll make the most of the fact that Royal AM, I think they lost against Maritzburg, so they've dropped points, so which gives Tinkler's men like sort of an upper hand. Yes, of course, Tinkler as well played a draw against Chipper, which I can imagine it wasn't what he wanted, but that's the case for him, and I think he'll be looking at it, telling his lads that, look, guys, we've got this in the bag if we can just keep our consistency. So I think Cape Town City will make it through. Pirates, Chiefs, no. performances have told me that they're not capable of qualifying for the Champions League. But as for Zuma, I think he will leave because it's unacceptable that you get suspended twice and there's no positive reaction. So I don't see him staying at Chiefs.
Yebo Junior, mina ngibona lapha ku number 2 i-RAM izowin number 2. Lokhu kuyi-Cape Town City ne-Pirates ne-Chiefs hayi masikhohlwe number 2. But-ke uZuma hayi Kaizer Chiefs ngicabanga ukuthi ayizophinde imbuyisele ngoba iyamdinga kakhulu next season. Ya ukhuluma nomnoneleli lapha e-Eastern Cape eBizana. Kwenjabulo kakhulu ukudlala nawe.
We are Massive Metro. Your relevant inspiration station.
All right, thank you very much for those voice notes. 5:37. I'm with Junior Khanye, Tso Vilakazi, and Offensive Player High and Justice Chabalala. My name is Nkululeko Nkeu. We collectively are Itiski TV on Massive Metro, MassiveMetro.com. That's the platform if you want to hear clear audio. It's a radio station that does online shows only. Thank you so much for all those voice notes. Quite a few endorsements as well for Royal AM. Of course, Kaizer Chiefs fans would be expected that they want to endorse Kaizer Chiefs, but really it looks like Royal. I personally, because I'm from Cape Town, I would want Cape Town City to be number 2. However, also as a commercial person, as someone who's running, I was about to make this point as well, Oguti. From a numbers perspective, when Chiefs is in the Champions League, it becomes bigger. It becomes a big deal. Everyone watches. So, but of course, they need to earn it. They need to win on the field in order to earn that. But as someone from Cape Town, would love to see Tinkler playing in the CAF Champions League. The nice thing about Royal AM in Cape Town City is that they have the same number of points. So from now until the end, it is a sprint. Thank you to everyone who sent us those voice notes. We'll play a couple of them later on as well. Shout out to everyone who's listening to us internationally, because I do know there's quite a few people who usually send me DMs and they say they are in America, they say they're in the UK. I know Motsidi Jewel Tsoula is in Plymouth in the UK. He usually sends me messages to say this is how he keeps connection to South Africa. Shout out to him and everyone else who's listening to us, whether in Botswana, Swaziland. We have a lot of fans there as well. Dumisani Zuma, Junior Khanye, I know you've been hearing a little birds talking here and there about the situation in Zuma, and also because you were also a player suspended by Kaizer Chiefs many times, you will have vested interest in this story. What do you know? What do you understand? What are your feelings about Umchit?
Yeah, first of all, Umchit and is come training on a grand. But thinking of Kaizer Chiefs, like I said, Utso we issue last. But when you look my cool studio, people by Tatarangan. But true mean Uti, when you grow up there, Upinde, I would young into Zoyas. Ama players na the situation yalomfana lo uNqobo, the defender what they did. I don't think ukuthi problem yalomfana uNqobo nale kaZuma kuphela. Inkinga enkulu eklabhini usho ukuthi kune problem ill discipline. Changing room kulamele iqale technical teams ningi into kumele zireshafule. Another thing, umfana njengoba ngisho angipromote into enzile. He came training drunk, he scored. I think later goal benimkhulumela into eyiningi. It's a new coach. Yeah. Atazwane. I think bekafuna ukumnika iplatform ngoba ulibele uyamfaka ngamasaphe nesikhathi isibhizi sesekhona. Baxter never played even 10 minutes 5. Yeah. So it shows good khona belief. And makangena ubonisile he scored. A very very goal icishe change game. But come to next training late and drunk. Unenhlanhla mina ngizosho namanje ukuthi bamsuspend aphinda buye. Knowing Kaizer Chiefs ngeke ngakwenza lokho. Sure. I know ukuthi Brake bangikhuza nami ukuthi mina bengaveli njengozuma social media bengakabi bangikhuza so, but let me tell you one thing Nkululeko izomoshela mfana abo Brake abantu abakhulu, they've given so many talent opportunity, they're very connected. If umosha abo Brake noma ngaba kakhuluma nganix bazobuza ukuthi waya kuyeka phela the more this thing iba kuba media, i contract as we negotiate is not going to be the same. So
and that's one thing you always say, and I want you to vuleka kancane nje ukuthi what do you mean about that, because I know what you mean. You've told me before ukuthi when you become a bad boy like uZongo, like uJunior Khanye, when you sit on the table negotiating a contract, they all of a sudden I'm a club chairman give you a bad contract because bayazi ukuthi you are desperate now.
I think it's sure. So when I went to Silver Stars, bekudala bengikhole 6,000. Silver Stars told me ukuthi okay khona la second season because nginga perform first season banginika 12,000. Silver Stars told me ukuthi ukunika 10,000. Mangihlala eKasi I think 5 years, 3 years ngiyakuma respect banginika 13,000 and without any signing on fee Mike for 3 years. And ama be favor bona we want with an option to renew 2 years. So all I'm saying lo mfana enizokumoshela Nkululeko ngoba any mistake, whether as an example, say import once you get to buy a time bamile lapha waiting for you, say we problem. Ukuthi uqalile into zakhe. And it's very easy one of the member if a familiar part of a technical team to say whatever in the media they will believe. So mfana lo lenta yenza mina ngizokuqinisa ngipromote akayazi. Kulego, I know with probably we can try and explain with he's got a spiritual problem, which is true as we makafana. Man bemela ibone ngathi. Kulego, we got the chance I feel no maganjan. Lo mfana lenta yenza ngizokuqinisa is going to end up in tears. Truly speaking, his career now.
So what's interesting, and we spoke about it as well when we came to cover the matches on Tuesday, and I said, you didn't play, you were suspended. You didn't play for a very long time, months and months and months. You play, you score against Cape Town City. He almost scored the equalizer in that game, last minute, one-on-one with Hugo Max, the goalkeeper at Cape Town City. And what do you do the next day? You dent your reputation again. Big Mele Lapayana, you say thank you, you gave me an opportunity, and I proved to you, Mogokora is supposed to be on his best behavior because now he's getting a return to the team. What's your thoughts on that?
Nkululeko, I'm sorry for this boy. You know, in life we make mistakes in life, and we need to learn from our mistakes. I don't know whether the boy was happy or was a celebrator. Anyway, you could have been out for a long time. This is my third game. I got an opportunity and then I scored a goal. Nkululeko, one thing that I will plead with you one. In our teams, we need psychologists. In our teams, these boys, they need psychologists to help them to understand when they are not playing in the team, when the coach is not giving him a chance to play. The boy needs to understand. If a boy played after a long time and scored a goal, he needs to understand the position man in his life, and according to him, position where he needs to do the right things, he needs to act in the proper way.
Can I ask you a question? So,
yes.
You have two sons who are playing football. One of them is playing professionally. Is going to play in the DStv Premiership at next season, right? You will reveal that when you have the time to reveal it. But he's going to play in the DStv Premiership next season. One of them is scoring goals at high school level. If you were Dumisani Zuma's father and also his advisor, would you not be on the phone to him on the day he scored? Ukorile bagnikele chance after 7 months of not playing. Relax, calm down. Do you not think he also needs a member of a family or a circle yako? Yo, calm down. You've now come back to the biggest team in South Africa in terms of fan base. Relax, don't mess this opportunity up.
Nkululeko, you know, sometimes kunala but ifamily yakhona ukuthi ikhulume nawe to a certain level, but ubona ukuthi certain things they need professional people where they will give him a different picture of yena le uyabona ngakhona ngelihlo ubona ufika kule wall le, but the professional person can see even behind that wall. You know, Nkululeko, I'm saying this because yes, my kids are playing. I'm there talking to them every day.
Yep, and I've seen you doing it
every day. Again, Nkululeko, these kids, they've got their own minds. They think. Sometimes they take decisions. Uzuzibuza ukuthi uke wahlala phansi wacabanga na before he's going to do whatever that he did. As parents, when umntana wakho angaba na 30 or 35, you don't stop. That's another thing. And if time comes where you need a psychologist, don't feel small. It means as a parent you fail because your son is doing wrong things.
All
No,
right.
you didn't fail. It's because of now your son needs a professional help.
All right, let's close it then. Junior, what do you think the future holds for him? Because I think ultimately in this whole conversation...
Just to debate kancane.
Sure.
So, lo mfana mele abheke uKhune. Khune kwenye situation. Ukhune is not playing a very top-class goalkeeper who's played the World Cup, who's put so many trophies for Kaizer Chiefs. Ukuthi meruko round phambi kwamehla khayibukela abo prize for ababize ku national team abuya dlale, but still holding, you don't hear anything stupid ngaye.
There you go. That's a good point.
Uyangibamba my brother.
Yeah.
So the boy need to observe those things ukuthi abone ukuthi ngilanga ukuthi lapha enkulu yabo, and also talking to Khune ngoba Nkululeko, we need to be honest. Yes, he need the father figure and stuff. I'm a psychologist in South Africa, we need it, but ngizokutshela enye into too. Le ntwana ziyasizwa sikhuluma bo I blew it before we got opportunities. Some of us even crying tears in the TV ngoba usho ukuthi manje ngilahlekelele 1 2 3 4 I'm seeking for the platform. Bakai platform abone i-reaction still usayipreacha leyo nto leyo la sakhuluma ngetheory sikhuluma ngomuntu oyenzile leyo nto. So yiko bengikhala ngithi DStv Premiership ithiyenzele ya partnership. I remember le ukuthi they are in 6 months with
they do 6 months courses
that's
with
why
multi-choice.
why I didn't say they must take me. They're supposed to take people like abanjengabombulelo abo Rato Shabang, people who've been doing those things thore kula ma-team bathore la ngoba Nkululeko truly speaking masikhuluma ivara lo mfana lo nto ayenzayo mina ngisayiphinda namanje. It doesn't know it. Noma ngabe uthi yena indlela ukuthi athi ku-Chiefs ngambiseni is gonna Nkululeko yomoshela. And noma ngabe ithamalela pick up ifone nje butso asha athi ya sharp as a fire need to pick up. Ithama likeni wenzani mfana ngamtshela makaqeda ukudrop ifone akazi situation by then ukuthi ngoba all I know with DStv Premiership teams bakufaka especially team like Kaizer Chiefs, accommodation is something else, top class, 3-bedroom maybe alone. You understand? Makaqeda ukudrop ifone alone lapha, how many girls angena lapha? So bona baqabanga ukuthi ukhasa i-solution. So mina advise mina just kuyikhatha manje abona kule situation eso mina I don't think bazomka chance mara nalazo yakhona melazi kuzoba ile situation
Your reputation will follow you.
kamahlambe exactly the career gone bese we pointing fingers ngoba asikwazi ukuvuma ukuthi mina iplanda nami ngilenzile. Lo mfana mele aqala accept ukuthi nami ngenza amaplanda before he can point fingers. If he can say ngenza amaplanda, I think izomsiza.
So will he play for Chiefs again?
Nkululeko, let's give the boy a chance.
Will he play for Chiefs again?
I believe so, yes.
All right, there you go. He's suspended provisionally for the moment, for the second time this season. Of course, we're still speculating about whether or not he will play for Kaizer Chiefs. That's Dumisani Zuma. And of course, we've just spoken about his prospect at Kaizer Chiefs. Feel so bad for him, but we hope that at some point the light bulb will switch on. Going to your voice notes next, and thereafter, we predict this weekend's big matches.
Hi, I'm Lucky Pindamza Lekwati, the former Orlando Pirate captain. You are listening to Massive 11, the mecca of football lovers.
Sanibona bafethu. Nkululeko, my brother, how are you? Mr. Chairman. Now Mr. Tso Vilakazi. To be honest, guys, and face reality, we all know that Kaizer Chiefs, they messed up their chance of finishing on the top 2. So now it's between Cape Town City and Royal LM. But I still think Cape Town City can take that second spot. And Kaizer Chiefs, maybe they can take the 4th position. But I don't see them finishing on that top 3. On that top 3, I'll see this. I see Sundowns, I see Royal AM, I see Cape Town City. Because if you look at Kaizer Chiefs games that they still need to play, obviously they will lose to Sundowns. Then maybe we might get 4 points from the remaining 2 games after that Sundowns game. So that will take us up maybe to 4th position if Orlando Pirates did not manage to win their games. But they also not doing well. When I come to Zuma's situation.
Nkululeko, my brother, kunjani? Greetings to Junior Khanye. Mabhakazi ubungani. Manihlale ndabili frazi. Royal eish. Royal you izawujoin us. Bufa no, nah. Cape Town City izawujoin Sundowns. Because Royal fixtures zayo ngathi zitough ezokugqibela. Cape Town City, arguably they're the best team behind the Sundowns, like ngokwento, ngokomdlalo yabo. So chances into and the momentum inabo ngoku.
Nkululeko my brother. Uthetha noSipho apha eKapa. I-Royal AM endiyibonayo ifika phaa kuba kusenzima phaa kwi-Kaizer Chiefs ne-Pirates. Ecaleni likaDumisani Zuma kunzima kakhulu. Umfana angazibona sekephulukana ne-career yakhe ngale ndlela enza ngayo.
Diski TV MassivMetro family, I hope nikrend bafethu. CAF Champions League, njengoba sibona manje, I think i-Royal AM is leading the race, and in terms of consistency kunama-team ayi-3 babaphambili, but I just hope by hook or by crook i-Pirates ithathe i-confed ukuze sikwazi ukungena ngale yabo. And then when it comes to Dumisani Zuma, I think it's the end. Uhlukile ukuzikhulumela on the field of play. You know, abojabu, they used to do ezinye izinto, but uyazikhulumela on the field of play. But I don't see Zuma coming back. Diski TV.
Hi, this is Busisa Yokalawa Chiquita. You're listening to Massive Metro.
All right, welcome back to Massive 11 on Massive Metro. We live on radio. So the content creators, famous people from YouTube. Famous people from YouTube. I need to tell you about the CAF Champions League. It's a semi-final weekend. Petro Atletico, which knocked out Mamelodi Sundowns, are playing tomorrow at 3 p.m. against Wydad Casablanca. Remember them, Wydad, which Chiefs knocked out in the semi-finals of last season to qualify for the final. They are back in the semi-finals. Of course, if you are a big team consistently, you will be at this level. It's no surprise then that Wydad Casablanca again in the semi-finals in 2017. After Sundowns won it in 2016, Wydad winning in 2017 because big clubs do that. Al Ahly as well, talking about big clubs, they're playing at 9 p.m. tomorrow against Antoine Satif, an Algerian team. Al Ahly, of course, being the defending champions 2 times in a row, coached by Tso Vilakazi, one of their forwards is a South African, Percy Tau. We have 5 minutes, gentlemen, before Sivale Iminyango. Kaizer Chiefs, Mamelodi Sundowns, going to talk about that. What do we expect there? Let me start with you, Tso. There's an expectation there will be a guard of honor. What kind of game do you expect that?
Look, it's going to be a very good game, very tight one. Chiefs, but they've got confidence. Maybe we can come and surprise Sundowns. And Sundowns, they're looking at continuing to create that history because Monga Pepela, but we league excel how many games. It never happened.
Again, before, but it hardly happens.
Team win a league excel 5 games.
So I think it's happened before. So therefore, I think there were 4 matches left.
Not DSTV.
Has it never happened?
It's never.
1-2.
1-2, yeah.
Are you serious?
1-2, yeah. Right.
So Sundowns has won the league 5 times in a row.
It's only Sundowns is shy.
So there's no point to 5 times in a row where they won it with 3 or 4 matches.
Against.
Yeah, I believe so. Like
so
I believe so.
Yeah, against 3.
Yeah, 3 or 4. I mean, there's been instances where team wins it in advance.
If not the season, against.
Yeah, because even last season they were chased by Amazulu, but it wasn't really a serious. But until maybe 3 matches left. Until 3 matches left and Sundowns.
Only 3 matches last season.
Yeah, something like that.
No, it's there on the table. We'll see people that they will correct us because my memory says if I remember even my playing days, 2 games left or last game decider. So there's a Sundowns good say Baba my champion in 5 games as well.
I'm telling you so because I'm a journalist and I love this game. Like I'm always curious about the numbers. I remember there's been points where it shifts is chasing like a record number of points. 12. Yes. Yeah, there's been points where it has happened before, but it hardly happens. It doesn't happen in Jalo. Uguti, you win with 5 matches left. What is your feeling about Sunday before I go to Junior?
Yeah, it's Sundowns. Team Nkululeko angazi mina ukuthi uzoyithini ngoba umfana mkhona lapha shalulile ay madoda bese khona abona ngikhuluma kakhulu ngaye igama lakhe kuphela and then obviously I mean you'll see mhlambe bebujali we be back mara the team balance kulelo noma you just change the personnel but the philosophy, the structure, the way of playing, the contribution of the players, the fighting spirit, the willing of doing things, you know, these boys I see Sundowns winning.
Masiyem for Khanye.
Yeah, I know Kaizer Chiefs will create chances. Sundowns idlala 3 at the back. They are not team marking man mark. Yabo kama bazoba ne freedom now kicking. But freedom whereby engwaziyo they will be forced to come and defend. Ngoba ata yes as a coach uzofuna ukuthi naye a defend against Sundowns. Usually transition football. Go back first time ata the transition football. Because truly speaking, if you're not gonna pick your midfield,
Obosetu is starting to play like Stuart Baxter.
We ended the last game. Earlier we win ugly. We need to be honest because if you can be honest, manga check we cross ngaki Frost left. Ama in swinger. Masingaba neqiniso because we ended the first game we tried. Abona game idlale kamnandi. Lapho uluzile nje. But is circulating masema neqiniso. Second game you could tell. Third, but Leah Nkululeko we win ugly kakhulu and now I think it is starting to doubt. So going just simple. I there's a Sundowns 1. As usual, Nkululeko they are professional. They play to win. Not
first round, Mamelodi Sundowns won 2-0 in the first round. A goal by Grant Kekana, if you remember, I think it was a free kick, and then a goal by Upita Shalulile. Lebogang Manyama missed a penalty.
Saturday uzoba nalo. Ushalulile. Sunday definitely lapho. Enenye into nalo committee izongenisha ihasha. Ene mina nginenkinga ne heavy score ngathi ngiyayibona 3.
Nah, that's not gonna happen.
3-2, eh?
That's not gonna happen.
Nkululeko lezapaqazula. Lezazithi.
Uyavuma Tso.
Nkululeko khona manje beka bawinga labantu. Ngale ngoRamatlwe no Frost.
3-0 uyavuma 3-0.
uRamatlwe. Udlala ngoRamatlwe no Frost. Nongezana. Khona uzothi nyaya ngini.
Uyavuma Tso 3-0.
Leyo mshishini yaphele ngakhashaza
mhlambe singayithola lapha emuva lapha simnandi hanga
team enkulu
team enkulu
mina ngazi amakhona khona bophenduka amakhona Sunday they need to learn mara mina bengithi ata bengithatha iball pen just learn
ayiswabisa yonke
yeah mara no yabona ibhola too truly speaking if you
but earlier on do you remember ukuthi you were saying and it was a valid comment ukuthi maguna resistance it's possible Sundowns maguna resistance iPetro yasibonisa ukuthi if you resist ungabavumeli akuvumeki even iRoyal AM
equality Petro quality yabona no iPetro is something esidlala nge-10 enzima in Sundowns the pace yabo iPetro ichintshile ngeplay ukuthi thina soza kini so ishintsha onke lenteni ukuthi ifuna idlale ngepace yabo so but kulezi Nkululeko Kaizer Chiefs won the quality I don't in the middle they win battle if Jala I know is going to play mina according to professionalism amacoach anayo
ayishintsha lento
so ngiyaxolisa mfana
lebukanga maboa
yeah ngicela
ayishintsha lento
shave my shave
okay ngicela ukushenye into just ngisamar you wrong kuya we favorite player wrong player so Nkululeko mani Sundowns ukuthi ngizoba straight forward Sundowns will win this game
Mr. Tso you agree
yazi thina sikayishintsha yonke lento le
team enkulu
shaya once vika the whole 90 minutes
uzoba ferikene ngalesi
lesi
Nkululeko
ushalulile akashaya
abona ngithi bafuna ukora lezi Sundowns bafunise 18 ziyalisusa phela 18 zifo lapha nizomaka ni 5 ziphume ezingene bakwethu ziye phambili zisuke nga19 touches bese kuba ihasha nizishayile izandla ndlala nazo
lezama inkiki 1 Nkululeko I know that's ngakhiya
nofaka uCastro noloni ningi
iweni kuwe Tso unelnele weni kuwe
Nkululeko yazi team yami lena ngitshelile last week ngathi mina bheka
yabona ukuthi uDenzo wenzani udlala lonke ibhola yovele ithi one there
ayidlala nezinye ezilandela inkalakatha.
All right, there you go. It's been a radio show. It is TV Live on Massive Metro. I hope you're enjoying the conversation. Thank you very much for being with us. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you on Sunday. We'll shoot a couple of videos now for predictions, and we'll see you on Sunday. Mamelodi Sundowns, Kaizer Chiefs. That will be brought to you by Machaga and Junior Khanye. At the same time, Orlando Pirates will be playing against Al Ahly Tripoli. You will see Utukutuku Makanya with Tso Vilakazi on those videos. Thank you very much for watching us. Thank you very much for listening to us. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the weekend.